everyone, and welcome back to Hey Bucko Outdoors. Today we're going to be looking at this Ruger American Ranch in 7.62 by 39 of all things. So let's dive on in. Do you like knife reviews, gun reviews, anything of that sort? Well, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Like, share, and comment. Helps promote the channel and the algorithms, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. So like I said, this is the Ruger American Ranch. I will just show you guys that it is unloaded, no magazine in there. We're just going to go over a basic review. I'm going to do a separate video where I take this puppy to the range and we shoot a few rounds through a few different types of ammo. I'm getting some ammo in, hopefully within the next month. American selection of 7.62 by 39 is a little shoddy right now ever since the sanctions, so we've been having fun with that. Anyways, the camera picks that up, as you can see. 7.62 by 39, I couldn't believe it. I guess this is meant to be like a truck gun, something you throw in the back of the UTV and take it along with you. A little bit about it, I believe it's got a 16.1 inch barrel. But that is threaded 5/8 by 24, so you can throw a can on here, which is the end goal with this puppy. I do intend to put a flash hider on here just for kicks in the time being. It's loud as heck, but you know, covering that flash up might be fun. Right hand configuration, I'm a lefty, so it is kind of wonky for me. Bolt is relatively smooth. I've only put about 20 rounds through it, so it's still kind of sticky. Let's take a look at that trigger though. So it's kind of got like the knockoff Savage AccuTrigger in it. I believe it's somewhere around the 2.5, 3 pound mark right now, but we're gonna ghost it again. She is unloaded. Yeah, I would say 2.5 to 3 pounds, probably closer to the 3 pound mark. A little bit about what I have on this rifle. I do have a Quake Claw sling. These things are awesome, especially if you're going to be in the field a lot with a rifle. Comes from this factory standard with the pick and tinny rail. I have Vortex low mounts. It is a 1-inch tube on the scope, and I have a Sig Sauer Whiskey 3. I got both of these actually on a killer deal. I believe the rifle itself normally retails for around $550, $600. This is the Gen 1, not the Gen 2. The Gen 2 has got the fluted barrel and the muzzle brake or flash hider straight from the factory. This one, Gen 1, didn't. I believe this rifle still goes for between $550 and $600. The scope normally goes for about between $200 and $250. Where I found them, I picked up this whole thing for $600. I got on a screaming deal at the place I work. We had them on clearance. We're trying to get rid of them, so I said, screw it. Yeah, I like the low profile of the rings, especially it fits my eye relief just perfect. I mean, it is sweet. I mean, I'm a lefty, so it's kind of weird to actuate that bolt handle. I kind of need to move my thumb out of the way, otherwise you cut yourself open, which is probably my biggest complaint with this thing. Similar to the Savage 110 safety, fire is red, safe is black. Ships with a 5-round magazine. Now, this is probably what sets this rifle apart from, I would say, its competition in like 300 Blackout. Some of the 300 Blackout rifles can take the P-Mags. These take the Ruger Mini 30 magazines, which is a neat feature. So instead of those cheapo depot polymer magazines, you get these beautifully constructed aluminum mags. You can get 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, even 60 round drums. I don't know why you'd want that unless you're taking out like a herd of hogs or something. But anyways, it's a cool feature to have. Not too bad. You do have like some grooviness going on here on the grip. Doesn't really, it's kind of like a modified Monte Carlo stock, similar to what I've got on the Mauser right there, the wood one, but not quite. I mean, you get good purchase on there, and I haven't had an issue. Zeroed this guy real quick in about 12 rounds. It has the ability to shoot, I would say, MOA or sub-MOA, because what Ruger does, I believe, they use cold hammer forged barrels. I don't know if they do that on this model, but I believe on the Americans in general, they do. Yeah, I went to the range this morning. I put about 20 rounds through her. I do want to take it out and like run 5 different types of American ammo or PPU as well, especially subs. I think if you could get subs to run through this thing, which shouldn't be an issue since it's a bolt gun, as well as having a can on there, this baby would be pretty neat. Now, something what I did run for ammo wise is just some basic Winchester white box, which I'm happy to see more American companies are jumping on the bandwagon of making brass K762 by 39. If you reload, especially, you can actually reload this stuff compared to the steel or aluminum case. Now, just shooting 123 grain FMJs, and I was putting them in within, I would say, sub MOA and 1.5 MOA. Again, I wasn't going for super accurate. I wanted to zero this thing at 50. That way I can kind of get a bead on everything out to 200 yards. Probably not going to take this guy hunting past 100, especially for deer. Maybe coyotes at like 150 or something. But I just think it's a neat, handy package, you know. 16.1 inch barrel. With the scope on here, it's probably around the 7 to 8 pound mark. The scope adds quite a bit of weight. But yeah, the Whiskey 3, I've seen some reviews. They seem to be one of the better budget scopes. I was going to get a Vortex, I forget which one, but it was made in China. I don't like supporting the Communist Party, so I got the SIG, which is made in the Philippines. Not much better, but better. It beats China, right? So, yeah. I think probably the three greatest things about this rifle: one, 7.62 by 39 is a very popular caliber. A lot of companies now are starting to actually load it here in the U.S. I know PPU was like that, and Barnaul were some of the only ones we were able to get for a while with the ammo embargo. Now, good round. Now, I would say it's comparative in ballistics to the 300 Blackout. 300 Blackout can typically do a little bit more in the subsonic area of things, but don't sleep on 7.62 by 39. The good thing now is the ammo prices. This is still cheaper to shoot than 300 Blackout, despite there being the ammo embargo on all the Russian stuff. But yeah, just a neat little handy rifle. Keep an extra box of ammo. I'm probably going to get a couple of 10 rounders to run through this guy, and throw this thing in the back of the truck when you go on road trips, or when I go on an overnight camping trip, especially up at where I deer hunt. There's plenty of coyotes. Maybe sit out for a night or two and do some coyote hunting. I might have to take you guys along. The cool thing I didn't mention about the Whiskey 3 is it has the bullet drop compensator. So it's got like all the notches on the vertical and horizontal axis of the scope. I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up. It's like, it makes you see how many. Looks like you've got 4 notches or 3 notches below the crosshair themselves. 4 on the left and 4 on the right. So not too bad. Pretty versatile little optic, especially if you're just keeping it within 150 yards. This will do more than okay. And honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to throwing just a basic red dot on here. I think that would be pretty neat as well. I'll try to hold it up normal handed for you guys to show you. God, this is, I don't know how you right-handed people do this. This is odd. But yeah, I guess you can shoot like that if you're not normal like me. But yeah, decent little rifle. For the money, I don't know if I'd pay $600 for it like it goes for normal retail. Again, I think I paid $429 and 4 cents for the rifle, and then like $120 for the scope. So for that, I think I paid, like I said, $600, and I had the sling laying around. If it was that price, 100%, I definitely recommend it. Do I see a reason to get it if it's like the normal $600 price point? You can start getting into AKs at that range, and especially ARs, like lower tier ARs. So I don't know if I can see or recommend spending that much money on a bolt action 7.62 by 39. It is a niche thing. Again, if you're just going to run subs and have a can on there, it's perfect, right? Super quiet. You don't have the action moving back and forth, which I think is a good thing. And I don't know. I don't think you can own these in California because of the threaded barrel. But a neat little rifle. I would say if you've got the money and you have a need, definitely go for it. Stay tuned, though. We are going to do a range review, like on the range review, and I'm probably going to put close to 100, 150 rounds through. The density of the barrel, let me pull this out, this threaded barrel off, obviously starts out pretty thick. I don't think it's quite a pencil barrel, but it's getting to it. And you do have a beautiful little thread cover, and it's flat on 2 sides, so you can put a wrench on there and get that baby off. So you do have some actual meat in the barrel, so it's not super duper thin. So I'd probably say you're good for 10, 15 rounds before this guy really starts heating up. move it off safe. Trigger on it's good. I like that it's adjustable. Tells you in the manual and all that how to adjust it. But yeah, review at the range is coming. Stay tuned for that. And so yeah, range review is coming. Let's throw that mag back in there because that thing looks sick nasty. Let me know in the comments, guys. I know I probably have some 7.62 fans out there. What loads do you think you would recommend for this? Would you go super light, super heavy in the subsonic range? Let me know. I'm new to 7.62 by 39. I did have a 300 blackout for a while, and I was a fan of it, so this is tangentially related at least. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you want to see any certain customizations to this? I can take the scope off, put a red dot. We can get a muzzle brake or whatever. Tell me what you guys want to see and what I should run through it for the ammo testing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please have a fantastic day, and I will see you beautiful people on the next episode.